This is not the first dust-up that the Celtics and Heat have had. They have met 7 times in the postseason since 2010. Yes. And so there's always a little bit of beef out there. But I kind of hit the rewind button, went back. Before there was Caleb and Jayson, before there was Grant and Jimmy, before there was Duncan and Jalen, there was a lot of beef that set the tone for this. And so I wanted to go through 4 of the beefiest moments.
I like it.
In Celtics Heat history.
We don't want to call them highlights.
Because this is a true rivalry.
No
Celtics
question.
don't have a ton of rivalries. This is legit. And we go all the way back to 2010 for the first one, which is when KG was suspended in Game 1 of that 2010 series after elbowing Quentin Richardson right in the face. So what happened was Paul Pierce got hurt, got like a shoulder stinger right in front of the bench. And of course, Udonis Haslem is in the middle of all this. But KG goes, ah! Ended up having to miss Game 2 because of the dust-up. Now remember, this was like pre-LeBron, pre-all like, these teams weren't exactly beefing at this point. But just laid the foundation for what was about to come. And Celtics didn't have any problems.
Look at that Band-Aid over the brow.
Yeah, well, it didn't matter because the Celtics finished them off in 5. It wasn't much of a series en route to them getting back to the finals in 2010.
KG isn't going to stand for any of that mess.
So that we like that. That's what you need. You need a little bit of an enforcer.
All right,
so
what's number 2?
Now let's spin it ahead. Number 2, 2011. This is when Dwayne Wade intentionally hurt Rajon Rondo. This is what Rondo contends anyway, and I kind of tend to agree with him. So you'll see Rondo knocks the ball away, they get tangled up. All of a sudden, Dwayne Wade's taking him to the floor, and it gets a little dicey, and Rondo tries to brace his fall, ends up hurting his elbow. It looks like he's done for the year. We're thinking, oh my God, like Celtics are already down 2-0 in the series. What's going to happen? Rondo comes back onto the court, and one of the amazing moments, TD Garden goes nuts. Celtics end up winning Game 3, unfortunately. Heat win that series in 5, one of the down years as it went along. But it's sort of, again, like things were starting to kick up a level at that point, and it was only going to get worse from there.
I was going to say, that's just number 2. What's number 3?
That was also LeBron's first year, remember, after joining in the summer that year. This
not
is 2000.
1, not 2, not 3.
We got to be careful with that because Jalen did the whole 5 title thing too. But all right, 2012, KG gives Ray Allen the cold shoulder. Ooh. So do you remember this? Like, all right, Ray Allen defects.
Who could forget?
Opening night down in Miami, Ray Allen decides, hey, I'm going to go dap everybody up. Look at KG. Nope, not having it at all. This was one of my favorite moments. This is when, their big 3 versus Celtics' new look big 3, where Rondo sort of elevates to the other guy in Ray's place. But the fact that Ray went there, we know it took a long time for that little thing to thaw, probably until Kevin Garnett's jersey retirement and number retirement. I love that this took it to another level. Like they knew LeBron was ready to try to ascend to the top of the East. That was the 2 teams that were going to go through each other. And that fast forward a couple months from there, amazing Eastern Conference Final Series. Unfortunately, LeBron goes pretty much otherworldly in Game 6 here in Boston, helps them win that series, win the last 2 games there. So didn't quite end the way.
I do love that KG, though, not only the cold shoulder, he looked at Ray like, what are you doing? Why would you get away from me?
He gave him no reaction, which is my favorite part. He was like, I am not having any of that.
Like, you need to leave now.
And then there's my favorite moment when we roll it forward. Number 4 to 2000.
Of the Forsberg 4, right? That's what
that is correct. You're doing the numbers for me. 2013. This is when, so Danny Ainge went on the radio and was asked about LeBron had gotten a flagrant foul in a game mid-season that year. And he just said, yeah, LeBron needs to stop complaining, which prompted Pat Riley, which from these highlights, as you remember, Celtics-Lakers was kind of a big deal, to go and release a statement in which he pretty much told Danny Ainge should STFU. Mm-hmm. I can't say it on the air, but you can shut the front door. And what happened was Danny then came out and said, you know what, I got to be careful here. I don't want to get Pat Riley's Armani suits and hair goop in a lather. He doesn't have that sort of money. I love that.
Oh, Danny could do that if he wanted to. That's just not, absolutely. But that's just Danny being Danny, getting under the skin of everybody. The fact that Pat Riley had to come out and put a statement, I feel like Danny achieved his goal. So, I do want to say,
yes,
do you have something else
go
about
for
this?
It.
I saw Pat Riley for the first time in person before Game 1. He was walking through the back hallway at TD Garden. He had his entire entourage and his hair still
perfect,
backed, still black suit, top. I was like, ooh, hello.
Was Alonzo Mourning nearby, as he usually is?
Not see Alonzo Mourning.
So look, the Jalen, Caleb Martin, Jayson, all that stuff is fun, but that's where the real beef was. And I'll be eager to see, will we be adding to this list in the modern era moving forward?
And that is something
series.
Eric Spoelstra said earlier this season, is that these NBA rivalries, the real ones that have a history, are rare in the NBA. So we need to cherish it.